Cambodia is best known to the world for its history, both ancient and modern. The amazing temples at Angkor are a truly breathtaking reminder of Cambodia's past. And then, of course, there's the more recent and much darker period of the Vietnam War and the infamous Khmer Rouge. In the late 1990s, as peace was finally restored, researchers and conservationists began to explore Cambodia once again. After 4 decades of warfare, the fate of the kingdom's wildlife was completely unknown, and many experts feared the worst. As it turned out, they were in for a pleasant surprise. Small numbers of giant ibis were found to be breeding on the northern plains of Prévihir province. At the time, this prehistoric-looking bird was thought to be extinct, having already disappeared from the rest of its range in Asia. Current estimates put the numbers of this critically endangered bird at just a few hundred individuals. Another rare member of the ibis family is here too. Currently listed as critically endangered, the white-shouldered ibis was formerly found throughout Southeast Asia. Today, it is only found in Borneo, where just 23 were recently recorded, and here in Cambodia, where they are thought to number around 200 to 300. Both species survive on a diet of frogs, eels, and the occasional small crustacean, for which they face stiff competition. These incredibly rare birds don't migrate, so they're solely dependent on this fast-disappearing habitat. Today, this type of open forest exists almost exclusively in northern and eastern Cambodia. The northern plains of Prévihir were once described as the Serengeti of Asia, with large herds of wild cattle, elephants, and deer. Even the big cats were a relatively common sight. Most of the large mammals now exist in very small numbers, and some, like the Khmer, Cambodia's national animal, are believed to be extinct. Today, Prévihir is best known for its large water birds, such as the woolly-necked stork, Sarus cranes, and adjutant. Like the ibises, many of these birds are also dependent on this wetland for their survival. In the rainy season, water is easily found, but by the height of the dry season, all that remains are a few small ponds, known locally as trapangs. A male lesser adjutant arrives at one such pond for an afternoon of fishing. As it's breeding season, he's sporting a gorgeous orange throat in his efforts to find a mate. Adjutants, like many large birds, don't have the most efficient digestive system and swallow stones to help break up their food. If they can catch it, that is. Another regular visitor to this pond is the glamorous green peafowl. A relative of the Indian peacock, these magnificent birds have been hunted to the verge of extinction in much of the region. Southeast Asia's only remaining vultures are to be found in Prévihir too. The last group surviving outside Cambodia disappeared from southern Thailand during the 1970s. Because they're dependent on carrion, vultures cannot hope to survive in a modern farming environment. People here still allow their domestic cattle to roam free in the forests, and some die, providing a vital food source for many animals, including vultures. Researchers have used vulture restaurants to study the birds, and it turns out that the total of all 3 species found here is only around 500. Both the white-rumped and slender-billed vultures are currently listed as critically endangered, and unfortunately it seems the redheads are likely to join them in 2007. All 3 species are also found in parts of South Asia where populations have been decimated by a drug given to treat sick cattle. Literally millions of birds have died across India. With an almost 98% drop in numbers on the subcontinent in the last decade, it seems that Cambodia's small but significant population may be the last chance for their survival. While Prévihir is vital to many species, the Kingdom of Cambodia is a mosaic of different habitats. In the southwest of the country are the Cardamom Mountains, the largest single tract of rainforest left in mainland Southeast Asia. Here, conservationists are attempting to ensure the survival of 2 of the world's oldest creatures. The Siamese crocodile is the rarest of the 23 species of crocodilian known to man and is close to extinction elsewhere. While the numbers here are clearly very low, they are still breeding successfully in the wild. Another ancient reptile, the Mangrove Terrapin, or royal turtle as it's known locally, is also in trouble. Possibly Cambodia's most threatened species, these turtles are in desperate need of help. Despite extensive surveys of all the coastal rivers, only a handful of breeding animals have been found in Cambodia. Protecting the nests from predators and poachers has been the priority, with rangers living next to them for months at a time. With the cooperation of local communities, it's hoped they can be protected successfully. However, as it takes 25 years for them to reach breeding age, their survival is not assured. Elsewhere, there's the amazing Mekong river dolphin. Less than 100 now remain, surviving in small groups over a 170-kilometer stretch of the river. While conservationists have managed to reduce the number of dolphins dying in fishing nets each year, a new problem has arisen.
Maybe the dolphin may be only 1 or 2 days old. This one, like the same like the human baby, this one here. Because it connected to the young umbilicus. So it must be maybe 1 or 2 days old. And also it have the folds. The same as the dolphin in Chatil. Chatil have the folds. They're very dark color.
Ominously, almost every newborn calf has died since extensive monitoring began in 2003. All are dying within a day or two of being born, and despite testing for chemicals, heavy metals, and disease, scientists are at a loss to explain what's causing the deaths. This species of river dolphin is only found in 3 countries, and Cambodia has by far the largest population. With so few remaining, their future is uncertain to say the least.
Because we need the blubber as well.
To the east of the country is Mondulkiri, a beautiful and vibrant province, which is arguably the most important to the survival of Cambodia's large mammals. With habitats ranging from tropical rainforests and bamboo thickets to the gnarled trees of the plains, Mondulkiri is ideal for animals that need large ranges. Cambodia is thought to have just 200 to 300 wild elephants, and most of them are to be found in this province. These giants are a vital part of the forest ecosystem and help to keep water sources open in the dry season. They are also a great indicator of the forest's health. Other large mammals seen here include wild cattle, sun bears, and low numbers of tigers too. Until recently, they were being hunted to the edge of extinction. International groups are now working in Mondulkiri to protect several key areas. In association with government agencies, they educate rural communities about the need to protect the forest. They also educate villagers about their legal rights on issues such as land encroachment to help them in disputes with speculators. Community development programs are also being used to help villagers to reduce their impact on the local environment. Regular patrols by ranger teams in and around protected areas have managed to reduce illegal logging and hunting. The Forestry Administration rangers have confiscated an enormous amount of illegal timber, trucks, and chainsaws, as well as endless weapons and traps. An indication of the success conservation groups are having here is that just a few years ago, you'd be lucky to catch a glimpse of any mammals in daylight. Today, wild cattle like the gaur are regularly seen grazing by the main road, and you are almost guaranteed to see the endemic Duke langur feeding in the treetops. These beautiful and inquisitive animals are a joy to watch and share the forests of Mondulkiri with no less than 6 other primates. The forests of Cambodia are still under great threat, but as long as conservation efforts continue, there's an opportunity for the unique habitats found in Prairie Vihir and elsewhere to survive. 21st century Cambodia is home to some of the world's oldest and most endangered animals. From the giant ibis to the Siamese crocodile and the Mekong river dolphin, Cambodia is a naturalist's dream.